Hello and welcome to a 30-minute-ish video of mobility for big men. Now, I am just making this for Alex, for what he can do on his Friday off days. But obviously, I put a thing on Instagram if anyone wants to join in. That's fine. It's going to be all home-based stuff. You can edit. Only thing you need is a pillow, which everyone has. I'm filming on my phone, so I'll be looking at this. I'm going to speak through what we're doing as well. I would have put music on in the background, but people will complain because my music's obviously superior to everyone else's, my music choice. So it's going to be quiet. So you'll just have to get over that. But this is for you, Alex, really. But anyone else who wants to join in, a couple of you messaged me, so thank you for messaging me on Instagram. I'm going to try and it's going to be full body. It's not going to be a specific focus. I haven't prepared for it, so let's go. Right, here we go. First thing we're going to do, just real simple, lie on your back, and we're just going to work on expanding the ribs. So have one hand on your stomach and one hand on your let's say your sternum. You're going to take a big breath in through the nose and try and expand the belly as much as you can without letting the chest rise up like this. So I'm not going like, okay, I'm getting it all into the belly. And then breathe out. Okay, so big breath in. And breathe out. So diaphragmatic breathing. Let's just go for 10 reps. And this will be a really good way to just kind of focus as well. Okay, 2 more. On the exhale, exhale for longer than you inhale. Okay, from there, just lift one leg. We'll lift the left leg up first, okay? Pull it in to your chest. Just rock around a little bit. Pull it around, up to the side. Let it come down. Pull it back up. Rock it over to the sides. Good, good, cool. Just loosen off that hip a little bit. All we're going to do then is hold the foot. Okay, and we're just going to apply a little bit of tension. Lift the leg up and control down. Okay, just want to start feel the hamstring a little bit. You might not be able to get to full length, but that's absolutely fine. Like that. The 3 of you on Instagram who commented saying, "Is it good enough for me?" I hope that's good enough for you. I hope we're not too hard to start with. Turn the foot, get it across the hip, get it across the right knee. Okay. What we're going to do then is we're going to fall, the right foot is going to fall to the ground, okay? The left shoulder is going to stay on the ground. Okay, from there, with your right hand, push that left knee away from you, okay? So I am pushing this way, okay? Now you might feel that on the side of the hip, that's TFL, not Transport for London. That is the tensor fascia lata on the side of the hip. Cool. Okay, then what we're going to do, I'm going to try and make them flow, so they might seem like they're random, but it's just because we're still in this laying down position. Bring this knee down to the floor, hand over. Look at your left hand, okay? And all we're going to do is put both hands in front of you, and then keeping that left knee down as much as you can. We're just going to make a big kind of semicircle with the other hand and rotate around. So we get a little bit of mid-back. Mid-back movement as well. Cool. This is going to be the only little flow that's on the ground, by the way. Then we are going to get up and do some actual movement around. Okay, roll back to the front. What we're going to do is we're going to go back over to the same side. Just going to do arm bars. So we're going to lift the left leg and the left hand. We're going to look and we're going to reach the hand up. Okay, so left foot touching the right side of touching next to the right leg, twisting and reaching the hand up. Keep your eyes on your hand. And again, that's just another kind of mid-back one. Cool. Let's do the other leg. So make sure you've got space on either side. You haven't got a bed next to you, for example. This is obviously my little studio flat in location unknown. So don't come knocking on my door. Move that right hip around. Tremendous. Good. Hold. I'm saying good, but if you're not doing it, it ain't good. So please be doing it while I'm saying this. Hold the foot, lengthen out the leg. It's like Dora the Explorer, you know. Whatever answer you say, she says is good. Cool. I'm just trying to pretend that you're like in my class. Lift that leg up. Extend that hamstring. Good, cool. Okay, so put that across the left. Put that right foot across the left knee. We're just going to tilt over so the right foot hits the ground. Right arm to your side, and then with your left arm, again push that right knee, and that's TFL. So it's a real small muscle, but it's right on the side. It's kind of right on the side of the hip, and it's quite a tough one to stretch. Nice, good. Cool. First 5 or so minutes just going to be laying down, but then we will be getting moving and doing some actual cool things. Right leg across the side of the body, left arm, we'll go both arms on top of each other, and then we're just going to make a big circle with the right arm, keeping the right knee as close to the ground as possible. Now what you can do if you just look now is actually keep that knee down. That's what I tend to do because my rotational range is not incredible. Way around. Good, and then final one, just some arm bars. So right knee up, right hand to the sky, move the right leg around, and then reach the hand up. This is a good one, again, actually for the mid-back. That final movement, you can do this weighted as well. It's kind of like the start of a Turkish get-up, but you'd be surprised. It looks quite simple, quite easy, and it is quite easy if you're somewhat athletic and you train, but you'd be surprised at how few people can actually do them. Right, tremendous. Sit up. What we're going to do, just going to get into the 90-90 position, so move your stuff around. Try to make 90 degrees here with the knee, try and make 90 degrees here with the knee. So, I'm going to turn towards my right knee. Okay, I'm going to get as tall as I can, hands beside the legs. Bam, 7 minutes. Breathe in. Get the chest as big as possible. 3 breaths. Now, pretend like someone's pulling your sternum or your shirt here, and you're getting lengthened this way, okay? So we're not just rounding at the back, we're getting long, we're getting over the right hip. 3 more breaths. You should feel that in your glute. And what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze the left hand, make a fist, and we're going to push this right knee down into the ground as hard as we possibly can in that inclined position, okay? So 3, we're going to do it for about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze as hard as you can, push that knee down, keep pushing that knee down, push, squeeze the hand, go, and relax. Again, lean forward straight into it. Should be able to get a little bit more range. Again, breathe again. Should be feeling that in the right glute. Quite a problem area for a lot of people. Okay, walk the hands back up. So you're going to go as tall as you can. Now for me, I'll actually go on my fingers. I'm not palms down. That's just going to mainly be a bit arm length. But all we're going to do then is the left leg. we're going to touch the heel to the right heel. Okay, so we're going to lift, touch the right heel to right heel, so sorry, left heel to right heel, and put it back. Okay, that's all we're going to do. Right heel, touch the floor. Okay, left foot touches the right heel, touches the floor. Okay, really simple. Again, try to stay as tall as you can. Try not to tip over. This is, again, working the hips through a full range. Nice. And down. Okay. Rotate over as far as you can. Just drop the chest down. Back up. A couple little press ups in this position. Cool. Okay, now, keeping the feet where they are, I just want you to put your hands behind you and rotate over. Okay, I am close to the bed, so ignore me. Tall as you can. Breathe in. Deep breaths. We'll go for 3. Okay, again, be pulled by the sternum, so keep your spine long. Just keep breathing. 3 of them. Okay, what we're going to do, squeeze the right hand, push the left knee into the ground for about 5 seconds. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Okay, squeeze the right hand as hard as you can, push the left knee into the ground. Push, 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 keep going. Come on, fast, 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 go as hard as you can. Go, go, go. And relax. Get the chest forward even more. This, by the way, is just kind of manipulating the neural system into kind of tricking you and giving you, kind of cheating your way into more range. There's a complex system behind it, which I'm not going to describe now. But if people want to know, you can just give me a message. Breathe. Okay. Come back. Come back up tall. We've got one more. We've got the right knee, the right ankle. We're going to lift and tip to here, staying as tall as we can. So we're going to go heel touches, and then knee back to the floor. Heel touches, knee back to the floor. Again, you will be hearing my voice, so this is actually pretty tough. Again, if you're absolutely made of rubber, this will probably be pretty easy. But if you're like us and you're made of, you know, muscle, bones and joints and ligaments, and you might get in the way. Some things might get in the way. Get back to 99 position, hands behind the back. Open and close. So what we're going to do in that position, we're going to go left knee down, right knee down. Left knee up, high as you can, right knee up. Okay, so right knee down, left knee down, right knee up. You might feel that in your groin, your adductors. Left knee up. So sometimes you'll see people just rocking over like this. Let's do that for a little bit. Just feel the difference. That's cool. That's all well and good. That's fantastic, actually. I actually love this. It's a warm-up drill. Oh, sorry, we forgot to do this. Push your chest down. I like this one because it sometimes clicks my back. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Some people do this as a warm-up drill, that's fine. But the way I'm proposing, hands behind the back, chest as tall as you can. Open up the left leg. Let the right leg follow. Close the left knee. Turn the right knee in. From here, when we go just one leg at a time, you can really feel the stretch in the adductors. What I like most, actually, is when we go back down, so when we lower the right leg down, that's cool. But when we do the left knee, you can really feel the internal rotation. So there's a muscle called the Sartorius, which is the longest muscle in the body, but it basically runs around the leg. And to stretch it, you have to get that leg with the knee flexed into internal rotation. And a good way to stretch it is to lay like this, and you'll feel something in there stretch. So we'll do that probably on the next one, but this is a good intro because not everyone is kind of capable of getting into that position straight away, but that's fine. Now what we're going to do, loosen off the back a little bit, hug, give yourself a nice hug, give your legs a nice hug. Alright, your legs, you know,
providing you're not laying in bed all day. This is Alex, by the way. They're supporting your legs. They're supporting your body the whole time. So give them a, like, you know, all day. So give them a nice hug. We're going to round the upper back as much as we can. Breathe. Imagine your spine. It's like a C shape. Okay, big C shape, like a moon, like a half moon, or like a half-eaten Jaffa cake. Okay, so that kind of concave shape. So what we're going to do is then clasp the fingers together, just going to roll back, just make sure you don't hit anything, roll back and roll forward, roll back and roll forward. Now obviously use momentum, use your abdominals, but keep that C shape. And when I injured my ribs, when I say ribs, I mean, when I say ribs, I mean, it was actually the serratus posterior inferior, small muscle that is inside the ribs. The thing that helped the most was actually doing forward rolls and rolling, basically. Just helped me loosen up my back a little bit more. So from there, sit up. So there you're in your squat. Now, let me stand back so I'm in the view. I'm going to keep this here just for demoing purposes. I obviously, with my ankle mobility and my weightlifting, I can sit in a squat, but if you can't, you can just be here. I want you to sit in the squat, hold on to something if you need to, and we're just going to push the left elbow into the left knee, and then reach the right hand up to the sky, and then come down. Do the same hand, just for 5 reps. Stretch. Why am I feeling this most on my left adductor? What is wrong? Should be feeling it. You might be feeling it in the adductor as well. Switch hands. Oh, you hear that crack? That was wow. That was a lower back. That was a left lower back pain stretch. Crack. That was a left lower back pain, not tribute to calf there. My left side obviously has been bearing the brunt of squats and whatnot. Okay, so put this thing back because I said we'd not need any equipment. Hands on the floor. Okay, so we're rocking. We're slowly, as you can see, we're flowing. We've gone from the floor, we've gone to side bends, we've gone to rolling, and now we're in a squat position. What we're gonna do, get your hands on the floor. Heels will come off the ground. That's fine. Keeping the big toe down, we're just gonna try and get the knees as low to the ground as possible. Okay. So you should feel a stretch in the and come back up. So just rock through that movement. You should be feeling a stretch the back of your big toe, or the sole of your feet. Good. Feet obviously take a bit of a beating. And that's okay. That's obviously what they're made for. But they're not stretched often. They can actually lead, and anti-calves actually can lead to knee and hip pain, and probably even shoulder pain going up the channel long enough. Just keep going through that. 3 more reps as I hydrate. And then on this last one, come down to here. Okay, knees are on the ground. Preferably you've got carpet. If you're on a wood floor, I don't know where to begin. Breathe in. Lift your bum to the sky. Okay, lift your face up, looking forward. Just breathe out. Gonna make a C shape. Again with the back. And we're just gonna rock through that movement. Now I want you to think of it as one spine segment at a time. Okay, so when we're coming down, tuck the chin. Then go to the mid-back. And then start tucking the bum under. Okay? Now when you go back up, lift the bum. One spine segment at a time. Then push the belly button to the floor. Then the chest. Then the eyes forward. And then the eyes up. Okay? Now, this might be weird to start with. You will get better control as you practice. It's one of those incredibly useful life skills. having control of your spine. Very necessary. Very necessary. As I get into the most incredibly big Friday night pose possible. And I'm going to have to upload this video to YouTube and definitely say this is not for kids. We've got 10 minutes left. We are going to go thoracic rotations a little bit. So we're going to go right hand behind the head. Okay, we're just going to open up as much as we can and curl as much as you can. So open up, touch the right elbow to the left knee if you can. Aim for that. And up. Tremendous. Left hand behind the head of the left ear. Rotate around. Try and touch the knee. You probably won't because your vital organs are in the way. If you can, bloody well done. Bloody well done. Open up. Oh, Christ. Holy mother. Splendid. Okay. Push this right knee up. This right foot up. What we're going to do from there is we're in this pose here with our left knee on the floor. Just want to open out the hip. Okay, so just push out, open. Good, cool. And then what we're going to do in that position, lift that left knee off the ground, and all we're going to do is rock forward and back. And then once we've settled into a position, lift the right hand up as high as you can, and then around. So it's a similar one, but it's getting that whole back involved, as well as opening out the left hip a little bit. Cool. From there, cross this right knee over. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to push the left knee behind that foot to stick it in place, and we're just going to make big circles with the hips. Okay, now this is actually a Patrick Gardner one. Big Patrick Gardner, the man who claims to be 37, looks about 22. I think this was the secret to his youthful looks. Okay, I don't remember which muscles he said this was stretching, but I personally feel it a little bit in my, similar actually, my TFL. I do feel it in my glutes. Yeah, he ain't 37, that ain't happening. Cool. Okay, where were we? Left knee up. Sit, you're in this position, knee on the floor. Just gonna open out that left hip. So try and get that left knee as far away from you as possible, and then bring it in. Nice. Okay, right knee up. Rocking backwards and forwards. My shoulders are burning up. Left arm, you're going to reach up. Keep the right knee straight if you can. And come round. And lift up. Good. Come round. This should be quite a nice one for everyone. And there we go. Okay, so left knee, left foot down. Right knee behind it. Lock it in place. Open up that hip. And then big circles. Oh wow, I've got nothing in this range. Jeez Louise, I have got nothing on this left side. I am meant to be making big circles with the hips. I mean, preferably you guys are better at this than me. But this is not a good showing from Mr. Big Friday, on a Friday night as well. On a Friday night. Oh, tremendous. Oh, not tremendous, I should say. Alright, that's enough chat. Left foot on the ground. Right knee, open up. I don't worry about angles on this one. What we're going to do is just rock forward. So get your weight. I need to hoover. Get your weight over your knee. And just push forward a little bit. If you want to, you can actually get your thumbs into this kind of crook in your foot and try and pull the shin back towards you, so back towards you here, just to kind of open out. Ooh. I get a pop like I just did. I am also, to be fair, I am the most poppy human in history. There's another one, nice little crack. Oh, definitely can't say nice little crack. This is over 18s only, alright. I am trying not to make this just a comedy club, but I am also aware that it's only really Alex watching, so that's okay. Although I am well past 100 subscribers now. James Grinham, latest subscriber, good lad. Okay, so we're just getting into the ankle a little bit. Now also push the knees inside and out, so you get a little bit of supination and pronation from the foot as well. So it kind of, that foot caving in is not the end of the world. People think it is, but it's not. People think it is, but they're wrong, I guess. Right knee. So right foot on the ground. Get the weight over. Gonna go forward and back. Okay, pull the shin back. If, Alex, you think this is hurting, you probably did it wrong. That's all I'm going to say on that matter. Okay, circle the legs, circle the knees. Good. Okay, we haven't really hit the shoulders yet, but we are running out of time, and I do want to do the couch stretch, which is the ultimate one. Find a wall, put pillow against said wall, put knee on pillow, and foot up the wall. Okay. What I like to do on this one is get the knee as close to the wall as possible, lift the foot, this other foot. If that's a stretch, awesome. Just stay in there. Keep breathing deeply. Try and fully exhale. Move your stuff. If that's not a stretch, come up to the knee, but rest your chest on your knee. Okay, and we're just going to slowly come up. If that's not a stretch still, get the hands on the knee. Again, if that's not a stretch, you can kind of start getting all the way up. And so for me, a stretch is about here. Oh, hello. There we go. Just rest there a little bit. Again, remember, deep breaths. This is one of the most important stretches for you. Now what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze the glutes. We're going to push the hips forward a little bit. We're going to lift the right arm up and we're going to twist over to the left side. Now this should get your psoas, which is a hip flexor, but it's the only hip flexor that attaches to the spine, which means it needs a little bit of spinal movement to actually stretch it. So couch stretch is great for stretching all the other hip flexors as well. This one's just a good one. Also opens up your other side as well, which is always nice. From there, I like to toe the foot out to the hamstring. Pull the toe, oh my word, wowzer. Pull the toe up to the shin, and there's a couple of options. You can either cry, which is what I'm close to doing, or try and remain calm and breathe deeply. Okay, we know what that is. Okay, left foot on the cushion. And again, get the right foot up if you can. If you can't even get the right foot up, that's fine as well. Just stay down there where you can feel it stretching. Pick the place that you know you can get the most out of. So don't force it up. Okay, you might hear my ankle crack. Not today, unlucky. If you can't feel it stretching, obviously go higher, but don't force it. Pick the place which is comfortable for you, breathe deeply. We've got about 1 minute, 20 seconds left. We're going to have to speed run this last bit. We're going to have to absolutely speed run. So this has inadvertently turned into mainly hips and spine. Shoulders and... well, we could maybe get some lats involved. Hamstrings. Slide the foot out, bring the toe to the shin. Now we're going to save the lats, we're going to do shoulders, and we're going to tackle the shoulders a little bit more next time. Actually, yeah, if I'm thinking this is mainly for you, Alex, this is, you better bloody watch this as well, by the way. I've done all this. That's a good one. I think your priority areas are probably hips, actually. Now what we're going to do, final one, it doesn't have to be 30 minutes, they're dead on, does it? What we're going to do is we're just going to bring feet together, okay, knees as wide as you can. Try not to get carpet burn, but look, at the same time, I'm not a doctor. Then come down on the elbows, okay? Lift the bum up, okay? So similar to what we were doing with the cat-cow thing. Lift the bum up. Feet together. Okay. What you're going to do then, bring the feet out so that your shins are straight. Your shins are perpendicular. Now what you're going to do, you might be looking like this, okay? Try to flatten out the back and then just push the bum back. Okay. Slow rocks forward and back. Try and get a little bit further each time. And you're done. 31 minutes. Just over. That's okay. Well done. Have a splendid evening, and keep practicing. If you've got any questions, let me know, anyone. And I'll try and do these semi-regularly, not regularly at all, but very semi-regularly, because you've actually got to do them a little bit to practice them, and then get back to them. So. Tremendous. Have a wonderful weekend.